Morning everyone, cup of tea, start the day off with as usual. I do apologise by the way for that last video I put up. I must have cut the wrong bit out. I thought I cut all the bits out with me with a cigarette. Then I watched it when it was live and oh dear. So sorry about that. I don't like to have me fags showing on the camera. I don't know what that's about, I just don't like doing it. Anyway, why am I this morning? Well, this morning we just to be clear, because a few people weren't too clear, and I must admit I was rambling a bit with the COAs, and that was probably due to my excitement. So let me be completely clear. With our merchandising, there's going to be a maximum 200 per design, regardless of what colour or size you buy. So every design on a mug, only 200. Even if there's 10 colours available, once we've sold 200 of that design, that mug is coming off, it's being deleted. So once we've done 200, that's it. They're gone. And every single one will come with a COA if you want it to. The only thing is, because Teespring is not our site, we'll know that we've got orders sold, but I won't know necessarily who to, because we've got paid a commission on that. That's how it works. That's why the merchandising shop works for us, because it doesn't cost us any money. You know, I mean, there's even the bullies out there don't get that. You know, oh, you shouldn't be spending money on this. I'm not spending a penny on it. All of the work has been done for me on an arrangement. Butch has been marvellous. And all the work that's been done is on a special arrangement between me and Butch. It hasn't cost me any money up front. That merchandising shop has been built for us for free at the moment. And when I do come round to paying Butch, it's going to be a fraction of what it's worth. He's done us an almighty favour. The merchandising shop will end up being a separate business and a separate business entity all on its own, I should think. Simply because of the fact that we are now only going to do 200 of any design, and every time we do a coin, Butch is going to try and do a bit of merch for it. So we've done the 2008 Britannia, and he's got some Britannia merch up there, and we've just released yesterday the Falklands 2004, which immediately has started selling, thank you very much. And he's done some merchandising for that as well. Bit subliminal. Someone suggested I just leave it right on something. No, it's not high enough. I'll figure that out. So I've got something, I'll leave it there like that all the time, and then it's not, and then the subliminals are there all the time. I did get some ribbing about my subliminal advertising. So this is really, really important. And the reason it's so important is because of the fact that we're limiting it to 200 of every design. So it's not 200 blue, it's not 200 green. Apart from just the basic design, which there's a couple of things with just a basic design, like this cup. No matter which way round you have it, it's just got the logo on. But they're not limited, obviously. But all of the other stuff that Butch has done is limited. So where you've got the logo on one side and say McDade wanted poster on the other, that's limited, regardless of what colour you buy or anything. And all you've got to do is ask me for a COA. Now, how are we going to know that we're issuing COAs to the right people? Because this is not mental, this is not selling 300 products a day. So once you buy a product, all you've got to do is email us and let us know that you've just bought that product. That's all you've got to do. Because I will know I've got a sale on that product. So that will tie in nicely. I'll know that that's you. Email in. And then we can issue you a COA with it. It's that simple. And the COAs will start from number 1. So if somebody is the first person to buy one, they will get COA number 1. I'm not gonna keep it unless I've actually bought it myself. If I buy it myself, then I'll put COA number 1 on it if no one else has bought that product, and then I'll show it and raffle it. That's my plan, is to buy the products one at a time, buy one of each product, pardon me, myself, and then get them delivered, and then show the product on the camera, and then put that product up in a raffle. That's my plan. There's a quick one for the bullies and stuff like that. I've got another new shirt on. This one's brand new, still had the label on it. Why am I mentioning this, excuse me? Well, because I have to watch everything that I do, absolutely everything that I do. And that's because people are on me immediately. I mean, like that, people are on me. Like the other day when I was doing the live, you know, and I wasn't smoking on the camera, and the drink, you know, I'd only had 2 drinks, and I'm getting these texts through, because I get these texts through constantly, very abusive, some of them not very nice. And they come from all sorts of people. I mean, I'm not directing the blame at any one person. They come from all sorts of people. Text messages, emails, messages through the site, all sorts of things. Messages on here, which I delete, you know, all sorts of things from very nasty, unpleasant people. And the first thing they'll do is go, oh, you shouldn't be spending money on that. You should be spending money giving it back to your investors and things like that. So just to make this clear, so I don't have to keep saying it over and over and over and over again, I'm not spending money that I haven't got. All the shirts I'm wearing are my dad's shirts. They're all the shirts that I brought back with me after the funeral. Some of them you'll see the collar comes down here like that because they're massive, like one I had on the other day. And there's just something about the fact that I can't throw them away at the minute. You know, I haven't done my grieving yet and all the rest of it, and I miss him too much. And my stepmum gave me all his shirts and everything, and I haven't been able to dump them to a charity shop or anything like that. I just, you know, so I'm going through a point of wearing them. But that means it'll look like I've got a different shirt on every day, and it feels absolutely ridiculous that I have to even explain this. But I might have a different shirt on every day or every video or whatever. I might go and put a different shirt on. And part of that is because I've got so bloody many, because my dad had a wardrobe full of shirts on his own, and partly because it's my dad and I can't really get rid of the shirts and I want to feel a bit close to him at the moment, and partly because if I wear a different shirt, I know it sounds silly, I can find it easy when I'm looking and I'm searching for my videos, looking for a particular video. I know what one I'm looking for because of the colour of the shirt that I'm wearing. Excuse me. Whereas if I wear the same shirt in several videos, then I get a bit confused myself. So that's why you're seeing me in a different shirt every day. All right? Not because I'm going out and splashing out money that I haven't got and can't afford. So I'm glad we cleared that one up. Back to the subliminal. So, now that one's cleared up, what else? Now the COAs for the merchandising, I cannot, or can I? Yeah, I could do, I suppose. I was going to say I can't really pick numbers, but I could do. So, I mean, if somebody did want the same COA in various different merchandisings, and they wanted to buy one of each or something like that, then I'm sure we could do it, because we're going to have to come up with a sheet very similar to the ones we do with the coins, so we know who's had what. So each name will be written down by a number. Now this is quite important for some people because we're doing it on the coins already, and this is why I know now, I absolutely know that the COA coins we're doing at $4.95 are going to be a success. I can predict that that's going to be a success. And the reason I can predict that's going to be a success is because, quite simply, I've now got at least half a dozen people that are saying, yes, Ian, I would like the same numbers on all the COAs. I'm going to buy all the COAs that you do, and I want the same numbers. And that means I've got guaranteed sales. Now, half a dozen might not seem a lot, but half a dozen times 5 coins is 30 coins. So if I do one every week, I know I've got 30 coins sold out of that every week, boom, just like that. And now after this video, now that a lot of you realise you can actually have the same number coins. For example, Danielle will always get number 147. 147 won't be given to anybody else. Danielle's been with us a long time. She supported me a lot, and she wants number 147 in. No matter what COA I do, she wants 147 for it, because of she raffles off 147 in her snooker club. So we help Danielle by making sure that no one else gets 147, because she's doing some good with that, and she's spending her money buying it off us, and then she goes out and raffles it for free. The least we can do. And I've got some of you that got whatever numbers they got for the 2008 Britannia, they're saying to me, okay, I'm going to have these same numbers every time. So if you do want to buy into every COA that I do, and you do want the numbers, and you want to reserve those numbers for everyone that I do, just get in touch with me. You know how to get in touch with me. Email Logan, or get in touch with me and let me know. And if I know that you're definitely going to be buying into that, everyone, I will mark you down and let you have that same number every time, so that you've got the same numbers in every COA that we do. Some people, you know, want that. I'm one of those people that would probably want that if I was collecting. That's a bit how my mind would go. I have somebody else that buys the last two numbers in every one that I do. Whatever one I do, that person wants the last two numbers. So they get the last two numbers because they're prepared to buy every single one. See what I mean? So I'm prepared to do that for the people that are prepared to back us that way, if you see what I mean. So you can do that too. The Falklands is up there now, and so you've got the Falklands and the Britannia, and I've got to tell you, the Britannia's coming close to 20% sold already. That's just every day we're selling those, so I'm really, really pleased. The COAs, for those of you that have got investments with us, for those of you that have got long-term goals with us, some of you are even thinking, you know, is Ian doing a bit too much in these different areas? Well, what we've now got is we've got our own merchandising shop that is massive, and it's getting bigger all the time. That in itself is going to be worth a small fortune once we get going. I mean, imagine once we hit the press and everything else, we pick up those customers, boom, you know, merchandising is going to be flying off the shelf. So that's a business on its own. So are the COAs. The COAs are a business on their own, and the COAs are likely now to get us out of trouble within 18 months. So later on this year, I am going to be caught up to date. And I'm glad to see that there are more and more investors that have, or more and more long-term customers that are buying into these coins. It's fantastic. You won't lose. I promise you, you won't lose. Any of these COAs. If you don't double your money within 18 months, I will buy them back off you. You know, and don't worry about the fact, oh yeah, you won't be here, you won't be in business. Don't worry about that. I'm a fighter, remember? There ain't no one going to put me out of business without a bloody good fight. And at the moment, well, they ain't winning that fight. So if you ain't joined us already, come on and join us. And if you're part of us, order your COAs. And, you know, if you've been thinking about the merch, get one. Get some merch, get a COA with it. Remember, only 200 of anything. So where you've got like D-Day, and you've got D-Day on a t-shirt and a hoodie and a mug, only 200 hoodies, only 200 t-shirts, only 200 mugs. Don't matter what colour, don't matter what size you buy. It's not 200 smalls, not 200 reds. It's 200 of that design, 200 of the t-shirt, 200 of the mug, and so on, regardless of colour or design or size. It's a design. Got it? All right then. So thanks ever so much. Thanks for watching yet another video. I'm sort of sitting like this because it's bloody cold out here. And I don't know why it just come to mind, but it might be because I've been talking about Dad or whatever. But I know that you know, I don't know if I believe any of that stuff, to be honest with you. I've never believed in it. You know, I was brought up in the Jehovah's Witnesses. I never, you know, I was doing talks up on stage when I was 12. I still can't get my head around it. I still don't believe it and all the rest of it. But if it is true, and if he is up there, I honestly believe he'd be looking down and he'd want to say to a lot of you people that are sticking by us, he'd want to say thank you. I know he would. And so I'm saying that on his behalf. Thank you very much. for sticking with us. This is Ian, www.thegreatbritishcoinhunt.com. Stick with me, I'll take you to the top.